Hello, Year 10. So for today, we're going to be finding missing sides using cosine today. So for this lesson, you're going to need your normal equipment, but also a calculator. Please press pause and copy down the title now. So here is your do now, okay? So I would like you to use the stuff we looked at last lesson, the sine rule, to find the missing sides of these two triangles. Okay, so I'd like you to spend around 5 minutes or so on that, press pause and have a go. So to go through the answers for this, because we're using the sine rule, we need to identify what side are we trying to find. So based on this, we know that this is my hypotenuse, which is opposite the right angle, and this is opposite. Okay, so I'm looking for h. So remember, we cover it up, and this is what we need to do to get our h. O opposite divided by sine of the angle. So let's write that out. Okay, so h equals O divided by sine of the angle. Okay, so let's put in the values we have now. So h equals 10 divided by sine 40. Okay, I'm just going to enter that on the calculator. So that gives me h as 15.557. So I'll write it as they said x. So I'm going to round that to 2 decimal places just to round it to something. So that gives me 5, 6 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so press pause while you mark / correct your work. So this one here, we are actually trying to find our opposite. Okay, so we're finding our opposite and we've got our h. So we're looking for our opposite. So let's cover it up. So what am I doing with these two? I'm multiplying them together. Okay, so my opposite equals sine of the angle multiplied by the h. So let's put in those values. O equals sine 31. Remember to put this in brackets just in case, and times that by 400. Okay, so I'm going to do that on my calculator now. That gives us 206.015. I'm going to write as x now, and to do it to 2 decimal places, 206.02 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so press pause while you mark / correct your work. So remember the buttons that we're using based on last lesson. And also this Vim that I asked you to copy down last lesson. So remembering that this theta symbol represents the angle, but we are going to be going through examples today again. And this one, very important, the steps. Label the two involved sides with A, O, or H, only the involved, only the two. Today we're focusing on cosine, so we're going to be labeling adjacent and hypotenuse A and H. That's what we need. That's what we're going to be labeling, and then identifying which one is missing. Okay, if you didn't copy this down last lesson, please make sure you do. Any issues with your calculator, please do let me know. Okay. So this is our first example using cosine. So let's identify our two involved sides. So we know this one, because it's opposite the right angle, that is our hypotenuse, and this is our adjacent because it's touching the angle. Okay, so we're using cosine rule today, the middle one. So we're looking for h. So we're going to cover it up. And what are we doing with a and cos of the angle? We're dividing because they're on top of each other. So let's write that out. Okay, so h equals a divided by cos of the angle. Let's put in the values we have. So a is 20, and it will be divided by cos 35. And I'll just enter that on my calculator now. So that gives me 24.415. And if I write it as x equals 24.42 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so press pause, please, while you copy that down. So this Vim example here, again, we're going to identify our two involved sides. We know that this is H because it's opposite the right angle, and this is our A for adjacent. So again, we're looking for H, so I'm going to cover that up. What am I doing with my A and my cos of the angle? We're dividing because they're on top of each other. So let's write that out. H equals A divided by cos of the angle. So let's put in the values we know. So H equals 12 divided by cos 35. So I'm going to enter that on my calculator now. That gives me 14.649. I'm going to write it out as x. X equals 14.65 to 2 decimal places centimeters. Okay, so please press pause and copy that down. So here is your task. Use cosine to find the missing lengths. Okay, A, B, C, and D. Make sure you label your sides properly and use the formula in the right way. Make sure you cover up what you're looking for. Okay, so press pause and spend around 4 to 5 minutes. If you need to spend longer, please do. Don't feel like you have to do it within the time constraint, but around 4 to 5 minutes or a bit longer. All right, no less than that. Press pause and have a go, please. So to go through the first one, okay, we're looking for our hypotenuse and A. All right, so we're going to write that out. So H equals A over cos angle. H equals 7 divided by cos 46. So H equals 10.076. So A equals 10.08 centimeters. Okay, so press pause while you mark/correct your work. So this one here, again, label your sides. Looking for H again. So H equals A over cos of the angle. H equals 8.6 divided by cos 58. So I'm going to enter that on my calculator now. That gives me 16.228, and that would be B equals 16.23 centimeters to 2 decimal places. So press pause while you copy that down. So here is the answer for that one. Please mark/correct your work. So here is the answer for the last one. 4.57 centimeters, 2 decimal places. Press pause while you copy that down, please. Okay, another Vim example here. So let's label our sides. So H and adjacent A. Okay, but we're looking for adjacent this time. So scribble out adjacent. What am I doing with the cos and the hypotenuse? I'm timesing them together. Okay, so let's write that out. So A equals cos of the angle multiplied by H. Let's put in the values. A equals cos 21. Please do that in brackets, depending on what kind of calculator you have, times by 100. So my adjacent is 93.3 93.58. And we write it as x because that's what they've called it, 93.56 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so press pause, please, while you copy that down. Okay, so final example before you have your next task. Again, label the sides. So we've got H here because opposite the right angle, and this one is our adjacent because it's touching the angle. We're looking for adjacent again, so let's scribble it out. And we're going to do cos of the angle multiplied by our H. So let's write that out. So A equals cos of the angle multiplied by H. Put in what we know. So A equals cos 41. Sorry, how is that a 41? 41. And multiply that by 5. So A equals 3.77. 3, if we write it out as they said, so y equals 3.1, 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3. 7 will stay the same because that's a 3, so 3.77 centimeters. Okay, so please press pause while you copy that down. So here is your next task. Okay, please spend around 4 to 5 minutes on this at least. Okay, if you want to spend longer, like I said, please do. Even 8 minutes is absolutely fine, like 2 minutes per question. Even longer if you want to do 3 minutes. Like I said, there's no time restraint on how long you do. If you don't get all of the questions done, but you do 2 or 3 of them really well, that is something to be proud of, year 10. Okay, so don't pressure yourself to try and get all 4 done and you're rushing. Do them in your own time. I want them done well using those Vim examples. Press pause and have a go, please. So to go through the answers, let's label our sides first. So we have H and A. Okay, so because I'm looking for, oh, 1 second, I'll bring my triangles back in. Sorry, apologies. Now the triangles are here. So we're looking for A. Okay, so we're going to scribble out A. We're multiplying those together. So A equals cos angle multiplied by 7. Put in the values we know. Cos 46 times 7. So A equals 4.862. We'll write it as they said. I equals 4.86 centimeters to 2 decimal places or 3 significant figures. Press pause while you copy that down, please. Okay, so this one here, again, label our sides, H and A. So cover up A, we're multiplying again. A equals cos of the angle multiplied by H. So A equals cos 58 multiplied by 8.6. So that gives us 4.557, but they want J, so let's write J equals 4.56 centimeters to 2 decimal places. Press pause while you mark/correct your work, please. So here is the answer for this one here. Okay, with the working out shown. Please pause while you mark/correct your work. So here is the answer for the final one. Please press pause while you mark/correct your work. Please take your time with this year 10. I would rather it's quality over quantity. Okay, please do email me if you have any questions or concerns. Okay, take care. Speak to you soon.